My programming professor, Dr. Callahan, loved to humiliate students who didn't follow his syllabus to the absolute letter. Week 3 of advanced database design, and he'd already made 2 classmates cry over improper documentation. His golden rule? Every single line of code needed inline comments explaining what it did in complete sentences with proper grammar and punctuation, not suggestions, not summaries, every single line. When Desiree asked if that was really necessary for basic commands, Dr. Callahan literally printed out the syllabus, highlighted the requirement in yellow, and taped it to her laptop screen. Perhaps you need a visual reminder, he sneered. The whole lecture hall went silent. Our midterm project was building a functional student database with at least 500 lines of code, 25% of our grade. He warned us that even one uncommented line meant automatic failure, regardless of whether the program worked. Challenge accepted. I spent 60 hours on that project. But here's the thing. I didn't just comment every line. I followed his rule about complete sentences with proper grammar and punctuation to its absolute extreme. My main function? 3 lines of actual code. 47 lines of comments explaining, in excruciating detail, what each semicolon did, why integer declaration mattered in computer science history, the philosophical implications of variable scope, and a brief essay on why I chose the variable name counter instead of x. For a simple database query, I wrote a 2-paragraph comment explaining the etymology of SQL, its development at IBM in the 1970s, and how relational databases revolutionized data management. Every single bracket got its own comment explaining opening versus closing bracket conventions across 12 different programming languages. My print statement included a footnote-style comment about the legacy of Hello World in coding culture. The file was 500 lines of code and 4 lines of comments, submitted at 11:47 p.m., 13 minutes before deadline. Monday morning, Dr. Callahan looked exhausted. He pulled up my project on the screen. The entire class watched as he scrolled and scrolled and scrolled through pages of technically perfect, completely compliant, absolutely excessive comments. This, he said slowly, I held my breath, perfectly compliant with my requirements. He closed his laptop. Full marks. Yeah. Then came the best part. He cleared his throat. Going forward, inline comments should be concise and only used where code complexity requires clarification. I'm updating the syllabus immediately. Desiree started a slow clap. Within seconds, the entire lecture hall erupted in applause. Dr. Callahan never mentioned his comment policy again. My database project got an A+, and I heard he completely rewrote that section of his syllabus for every future semester. Sometimes, the best way to change a bad rule is to follow it so perfectly that everyone sees how ridiculous it really was. What's the most unreasonable requirement a professor ever gave you in class?